Hello, this is Andy's Golf and Travel Diary at the Shaftesbury Glen Golf and Fish Club. I'm here with Paul Himmelsbach, the founder, owner, Mr. Everything, Mr. Myrtle Beach golf history and marketeer. Paul, it's awesome to be here.
Nice to have you, David. Absolutely. Nice to have you here as well.
Tell me a little bit about Shaftesbury Glen and the Glens Group, your whole golfing empire here.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know, the Glens Group is a beautiful collection of fantastic golf courses, starting with Heather Glen in 1986, which was named the #1 new public course in America by Golf Digest. And then subsequently, the group that I'm involved with there built Glen Dornick, which ended up to be, you know, one of the more premier golf courses in Myrtle Beach along the Intracoastal Waterway. And then lo and behold, they built a road called 22 that instead of taking 45 minutes to get to Myrtle Beach, it was only 10 minutes. And I happened to be fortunate enough to have this amazing piece of property here at Shaftesbury that was essentially inherited by my wife's father, and I eventually bought it from him. And so having lived out here a number of years, and suddenly said, well, maybe we can do a golf course, you know, out called Shaftesbury Glen. And the reason why it's Shaftesbury is that the origination of the family came from Shaftesbury, England, and there's a direct tie to the Earl of Shaftesbury. In fact, I went to the Abbey there and I saw his little thing there. It's the first Earl of Shaftesbury. So we did a little historical thing here. It's all on the Waccamaw River. We have probably the only golf course in Myrtle Beach that has suites all directly above the clubhouse, which is really neat for the golfers. We got a marvelous golf school here with Hugh Royer, and you know, a terrific staff, and A1 bent greens, and certainly that makes a big difference. And we're really the only course now here that has A1 bent, thanks to the Waccamaw River behind us and the good water. So that's sort of it, David.
Well, Paul, that's quite a story. The Royal and Ancient right here in the United States. Do you have time to answer a few more questions?
I do indeed.
So, Paul, tell me how you came to the game of golf. The very first time you had a golf club in your hand.
Yeah, you know, this goes back to, you know, I used to caddy at the Southwood Ho Country Club there between Babylon and Bayshore at Brightwaters. And, you know, here I was caddying for all these rich dudes, investment bankers from New York, and so every Monday they had caddy day, you know, and so somebody said, one of the guys that was caddy, I mean, I just wanted to make some money, you know, we're getting $3 a bag. I'm carrying doubles. That was $6, was a fortune back then. So one of the other caddies said, come on, why don't you play? So yeah, I said, I don't even have any clubs. He said, I got some extra clubs. So off I went and banged it around, and man, it just got to me. You know, I loved it. And I said, well, maybe this is something I could enjoy. You know, between playing basketball, you know, running track, and you know, playing all the sports that I played in high school and eventually college, it just became part of my life. And then, of course, with my dad, you know, being an avid golfer in Bethpage, and that's where, you know, he played, and he would drag my butt along there to Bethpage for a number of different reasons, but more importantly, you know, I learned to play the black, and I enjoyed it immensely. Eventually got into a little bit of golf writing, you know, went to work for Newsday, a big newspaper on Long Island, and you know, became part of what I was and who I was in terms of entertaining people and meeting people. And to this day, you know, it's all about, you know, the camaraderie, you know, of the sport and what it means to me. Of course, you know, having my own golf course here, along with my brother, and being a part of 5 golf courses in Myrtle Beach, and having a golf magazine, and having a home in Ireland where, you know, bang, I can just play Royal County or play Waterville or Ballybunion or Old Head with a 4-hour drive is, you know, it's just all part of my life for myself and my wife Judy, who is an outstanding golfer. In fact, our honeymoon was we played over 22 golf courses in Scotland on our honeymoon. You know, this tells you what kind of, you know, family connection we have. That's sort of it.
Paul, you're a Myrtle Beach Golf Hall of Fame member. Tell me about the early days of Myrtle Beach, the history, and just the magic about playing golf in Myrtle Beach today.
Well, you know, I mean, this goes back to I first came here in 1976, and I, you know, it was about 35 golf courses, and you know, it was just the beginning of what we now know as you know, the golf capital of the world, so to speak. And You know, it was terrific, but you know, it was just every day was a new day, and you know, every time we turned around, somebody was building a new golf course, because the golf course business was very, very good, and we all could make a lot of money. And eventually, it went from being 30 golf courses to 60 to 80 to 90 and then to 100, and all of a sudden nobody was making money anymore. So it's a bit of a struggle right now, you know, obviously, you know, and that's the way it goes, but it's still, with 100 fantastic golf courses, it still is definitely the golf capital of the world, and it would compete with any you know, golf mecca anywhere, whether it be Arizona, California, etc. We got, you know, so many courses in the top 100 of Golf Digest and Golf Magazine, and some beautiful, you know, the Glenn's group is, you know, a group I'm involved in, obviously, with Heather Glenn, Glenn Dornick, and Shaftesbury. But you got Barefoot Collection, and then you got you know, Tidewater, and you have World Tour and TPC courses. There's so many great golf courses here, and you know, it's where anybody who wants to have a week of fantastic golf and come back time and time again and be able to play a different golf course every time they come, you know, it's Myrtle Beach. So it's really cool to be here. Yeah.
I'll get to the Hall of Fame, but tell me, who came up with the golf capital of the world?
I don't know. It was sort of like just something that came out of one article that was written by somebody along the line. I can't really imagine who, but you know, we used to have the Golf Writers annual tournament here every year, and we did for, I think, something like 14 or 15 years. And they all the golf writers came from all over. You know, the week prior to you know, to Augusta National, they'd play in the Golf Writers tournament. And one of those guys said this was the golf capital of the world, and it sort of stuck. Yeah.
Well, Paul, thank you very much for being on Andy's Golf and Travel Diary and having me back here at Shaftesbury Glen Golf and Fish Club. Much appreciated.
Well, I really enjoyed it, and thank you, Andy. Please say hello to Dave for me.
Get back out on the golf course.
You got it, buddy. Take care.